Hello everyone and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing as Fascist South Africa, more commonly known as Nationalist South Africa. That is a very original name. This is episode 3, part 3 I should say, and we are now just trying to industrialize a nation that actually had pretty good infrastructure, but when we started the game I think we only had like 10 factories, and we've kind of bolstered that a bit. I think we have. Yeah, we have 5 factories. That's not a ton, but we're still working on that. It is 1937, so we've been through almost, we're working on a year and 4 months and some change. The Spanish Civil War has now been raging for a year, and I do think that Republican Spain is going to fall, unless there's some crazy Hail Mary miracle. Madrid should, and there it went. Madrid is done. So expect this to finish up pretty soon. In the last episode, what we did was we learned a few new techs, but more importantly, we began to snake down this industrial effort tree, which this is, for those of you that are familiar with the Road to 56, you will automatically recognize this as kind of the stock run-of-the-mill focus tree. For countries that don't have a specialized focus tree. But if you're new to this and you pick up any country that does not have a specialized focus tree, this is what it's going to look like. You're basically going to have your political focuses, your industrial, and then your war focuses. Now, you may say, hey, why are you not picking up any of these? They give you great boost to tech. And I'll show you why. South Africa, like most of these generic countries, starts with 2 tech slots. It is absolutely vital that we pick up these 2 as quick as we can, because we're pretty much, I don't want to say behind the 8 ball in technology, but we kind of are. In the meantime, we are continuing to train additional divisions. I kind of laid it out in the first episode. I need to talk a little more about it. But the plan right now is, once we have a sufficient army built up, we're going to go after Portugal's colonial holdings that they control in Africa, and hope to God that they don't get too adventurous with their ships like they did back in the age of exploration and sail down to Africa and try to whip up on us. So we're going to try to do that, do some territory grab. We may then declare war on Belgium. I really hope that the faction Benelux forms. We can kind of check that out. Axis, and basically we got allies, and that's pretty much it. Wait, we're part of the allies? Are you kidding me? Well, that really, okay. Great. I guess we may be able to leave the allies though. Wonder if they'll kick us out. How do I find this? Yeah, let's go right here. I want to leave this faction. Interesting. Ooh, very interesting. Well, we'll figure that out. That could create some problems. And if that's the case, I've now wasted a little over an hour recording this, but we'll get that fixed. Great. There's got to be a way to do this. Research diplomacy. I want to, if I click on Great Britain. Oh yeah, duh. I can leave the faction anytime I want to. So we may stay in the Allies until they kick us out, or until France joins the Allies. Perfect. Yep, we can leave the faction, but we're going to stay in it for the time being, I think, until things start to heat up with Germany, and then we may leave. I really have zero desire to join Germany in their war of terror. Although, that could be interesting. Yeah, in fact, we're probably going to leave the faction. Bare minimum of mid-1938, unless France does something completely stupid or Germany. Germany's still just doing their thing. Good. We'll kind of keep an eye on that. The minute they start to eye France is the minute that we're going to say, see you later, Britain. Thanks for the heritage. Oh, man. The prospect of completely wasting an hour is, it's a little humbling when you think about it. Although, I think if you're truthful, we all waste time. And, an hour spent messing around in Hearts of Iron is not the worst way you can waste time. So in the meantime, let's see, we are building up a little bit of a stockpile of infantry equipment, 50 artillery, and 64 support equipment. We need more military factories. We're working to that end. As you can see, so Amelia wait, why am I going stupid? Amelia Earhart. What am I doing? Ugh, someone punched me. It is later. Did have a full day. So she circumnavigated the globe. That is quite an achievement. She did not disappear. Good for her. Alternate history already. I would love to know the actual modifier that the game places on some of these key historical events. Like, I've seen ones where the Hindenburg doesn't blow up. So, no, man, that is worrying. Is it, though? We're here, and that's here. That's not that worrying to us. Now, I'm sure to the rest of the world, they're probably having a fit over it, but who cares? I mean, we're in Africa, bro. Not our problem. Yet. So, but anyways, back to that. I would love to know, because I've had playthroughs where the Hindenburg doesn't blow up, Amelia Earhart doesn't disappear, some other things go on that should have not gone on or didn't go on in real life. I wonder what the modifier, or really the equation to calculate that is. And construction effort 2, hallelujah. I can show you what that did for us. We now have 2 additional factories, and guess what? We are going to come up here and we're going to pick war economics. Bingo. There we go. Going towards that 3rd research slot, but more importantly, more military factories, because we're going to need more artillery and we're definitely going to need more support equipment. But we did pick up that military theorist, which is kind of nice because we now can, at some point, once we have the stockpile of this stuff, we'll be able to go in and really kind of edit. I believe, was it the district force? Yes. We'll be able to basically add, I'd like to add all 3 of these, to tell you the truth. But by the time it comes around, we'll have more than enough army experience to do so. So that is a good thing. We're going to need a little bit of a navy. That just kind of dawned on me. We're definitely going to need a navy for not only being able to do some naval invasions, because I think we're definitely going to need those, but I think I want subs. I really do. I think I want to have subs patrolling the coast of Africa, just in case. And we're going to need a lot of them. So we got our work cut out for us in this one. We really do. But it's not the end of the war. And how is the Spanish Civil War not over yet? They're just like clinging to dear life. But I have a feeling, they're going to capitulate. They're most definitely going to capitulate. And it says we can modify our government. We may do that one more time. What to do? Military staff. Let's take a look at this. Follow Beijing. May not be good for old Mao. So defense. Speed. Defense versus speed. We're going to take defense. That just, I'm maybe playing that too conservatively. It does concern me a bit that once we tick off some of these European powers, it may get ugly. No bidding luck yet. Although, oof. What are you doing, Papa? Socialist realism. I don't even know what that means. Is that even possible? What are you doing? Support the Volks Gymnast shaft. Oh, Hitler. You will never have a mustache quite as great as Stalin did. But boy, were you the glue that held the Reich together. Not sure if it was you or if it was Himmler. Terrible people across the board. And Spanish Civil War, will you end? Kind of amazed that Franco's had such the issue that he has. Now, one thought is, if I created a faction and invited old Franco, he could help me take care of Portugal. I don't want to do that though, because then he may take holdings in Africa, and that could just be a mess. And in the event that we were to get to Lisbon and take over Portugal, he may be a natural target. So I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea though. May have been one of my worst ideas today. I have several of them on a daily basis. Let's see what else is here. So Portugal's got a holding there. Oh, Liberia, you will be mine one day too, when I rule all of Africa. Getting a little nervous. So 4 there. 4 there. Oh man, ripe for the picking. Definitely. Unfortunately, only having 9 divisions is not wise. So, are they really that ripe? So 6 days on dispersed industry. Oh wow! So a third of a year's passed since I was as I was rambling. And war economics is coming along nicely. So after we take that, I do think we want to get basic improved machine tools. What am I talking basic? They're improved, okay? Golly. And then once we get that, golly, I really want radar. I don't know why, but I really want radio detection. So we're going to continue to play in the industrial space. Yeah. Perfect. Pick up that, and we'll wait for that to tick. How are we doing here? Not very well. Legit, how are our factories doing? They're almost on the cap there. Golly, they got a ton of cap to hit there. But 5 a week? Okay, that's acceptable. 4 a week? Are you kidding me? What kind of workers do we have? Bunch of idiots? Holy smokes, that's not good. That should improve the research time. Minus 2%. That adds up. And radio, here we come. 138 days. So once again, another third of a year wait time. Always setting these things up. I mean, unless you pick a country that's going to go to war pretty quickly, it gets very interesting. Now, another one that I would be interested in doing, because it may absolutely destroy me, would be communist Switzerland. No longer remain neutral. Or you could play, wow, that would be interesting. I've also heard an interesting, fun playthrough is if you take Austria and you try not to get killed by Germany. That may be one that we do a little short mini-series on the rise and the fall and the death of me. But the Spanish Civil War is still raging. We can reform our government once again, which I think we will. And we're going to say traditional roles. That will help us. That should give... Did it give us? Yep. So we got 1 consumer factory back from that. Not the greatest thing in the world, but, every little bit matters, because we're going to be picking up, we're going to build 3 military factories. And then once this hits, that basically gives us additional political power. We're going to immediately go build and fund our own military industrial complex, our own MIC, which is good. We want a MIC. We want to nick real bad. There we go. And we can further reform ourselves. State's mandate, social order. We take cultural norms. Daily political power cost. I'm really not sold on that. Do we pick up high command? I'm not sure we pick up high command just yet. Do we do this though? We're going to do that. We're going to take the industrial concern. And yep, you can see that we got a relatively decent boost to improve machine tools. And we're just going to do that because when you're starting off with a country that doesn't have some crazy focus tree or a specialized focus tree, so Sanji and Japan have signed a white peace. That is interesting. Why in the world would you white peace? Who knows? But when you're starting a country like this, and you kind of have to build it from the ground up, your industrial effort is very important. And I like it just strictly because it enables you to do some cooler things. But we'll go ahead and look at our infrastructure, and it's up to 7. I mean, that's for Africa, that's pretty doggone good. In fact, that's better than Mexico right now. Mexico, they don't have great infrastructure. South America, in some parts, no infrastructure. Like, take a look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a bunch of trees and rivers. That's actually tributaries of the Amazon. That is possibly some of the worst territory, not only to build roads in, but to fight in. Whereas our supply lines are actually going to be pretty doggone good. In the meantime, though, let's take a look at our production. Still under 5 a week. How are you able to make more artillery per week than you are support equipment? I don't really fully understand that. I really don't. But good for y'all. Y'all do your thing. Workers. Jeez. And deployment wise, still training divisions. We're really not hurting for manpower right now, which is kind of nice. Being able to stay on volunteer only. At some point we probably will go to limited conscription. That'll give us a little bit of a boost. We may have to go to extensive conscription, but I'm not a big fan of that, simply because your training time goes down. And that's not good. Now, if all your if you really don't need to train up more divisions, this is not the worst thing in the world. You basically double your recruitable population. You go from 2.5% all the way up to 5. But being fascist, you do have a few outs. You do have some stuff that you can pick up and take that will bolster your population, such as military youth and a few other cool things. So we'll pick those up as needed. And initially, when we do attack Portugal, I don't foresee us having any real major issues. We've got to figure out where our ports are. So we got one in Cape Town, one in Port Elizabeth, one in Durban maybe, yeah. And then we will pick up one up here in Luanda. And do they got any down here? Yeah, that right there. And surely to God they've got one up here. Yeah. Whatever this is. So, well, we will wait. Because that's all we can do. We will just wait. And then we'll probably have to post our defense. Which I think we'll be able to beat the Portuguese. I really do. I don't think that they're going to pose some crazy significant threat to us. But I do have to ask a question. Why is this war not over? I mean, this may be one of the longer... If it makes it to 1938, it actually may be the longest Spanish Civil War that I've seen in game. from a length period, not date-wise. The one that started off in mid-1937 ran until, I guess it ran till 1938, but somehow the nationalists are still plugging away. Although it does look like they're starting to cede some territory. It's probably going to be game over for them. What are you doing now? Open the German political sphere. Okay. Women in aviation. Interesting. That must be a popular thing. You know, we don't think about that a whole lot. But, yeah, women definitely had, ooh, hello you. Man, what happened to mustache and glasses? He's gone. So, budget deficit law. And 42% still communist. The other 57 like democracy. Let's see what old Benito's doing. Pact of Steel. And is Stanley Baldwin still ruling? Nope. We now have this beautiful joker, Neville Chamberlain. He is bilateral trade agreement, and on the off chance that anything crazy happen, or is wheelchair still in power? Oh, he most definitely is. He's prepping for a European war. How novel. Canada, you're led by this riveting individual, Mackenzie King. And Mexico, you're still led by this guy who, his portrait is somewhat depressing. Mao, are you still in power? Yeah, you're in power, Mao. But you're still fighting a war. Tell me how that works. And, ooh, he is Reza Shah. House Assad still has that one. And anything else? So, there we go. Rome-Berlin axis. And there you have it, folks. First member, or really second member of the Axis. That's no bueno. That's shaping up. Okay, good. So now we have funded the military-industrial complex, and we will pick up military research grants. Or do we pick up defending the land? Ooh, nope. Nope. We're going to do that. It makes better sense. And we now have 6 factories to assign. So we'll do 2 there, 2 there. We got 2 left. What to do with these factories? I think we're going to start producing tanks. And we're short on oil, which we knew we were going to be short on. So we're going to pick up some oil. And who's going to trade with us? Venezuela. Y'all sound like a great trading partner. And in the meantime, production-wise, 2 tanks a week. I can live with that. Ooh, and you're now making... oh, gosh. That's better. That's better. That's good. Okay. What do we have stockpiled? That's a good question. Not a lot. But we'll at least go ahead and figure out how in the hole we are. We'll go ahead and edit this district force. And we'll add support artillery. We'll add recon company and engineering company. We don't have enough. Well, we didn't save that, so we'll go back to edit. Definitely our support artillery and a little better better defense, breakthrough, soft, hard. Yeah, we want to do that. Let's save that up. And now we can figure out what our balance is. Ooh, we are short. Jeez. We are real short. We'll go back to our production. I want to scale this down to that, and definitely scale that there. And we can modify our government again. Is it worth modifying the government? It may be. Material designer. Ooh. 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 Yeah, we're going to pick up that guy. I think that's definitely worth it. Still, wait a minute. That can't be right. That may be right. So if I take that down there, and I go back and put that there, does that still show me as being severely unbalanced? We'll find out. It doesn't look like it. Okay. We can get a feel for this. %66%. Okay. Okay. We can live with that. And let's go to our recruit and deploy. Oh, perfect. Alright. Well, once again, I don't want to call it a filler episode, but it kind of has been filled with filler. Oh, yay, hot dog. It's not 1939 yet. Ooh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? One thought is, do we go after synthetic oil? That may be worth it. I don't think it is, but it may be worth it. It is 38 though. Let's go ahead and do this. It makes sense. The Lewis MK and then these 2-inch mortars. Let's do that. That makes sense. And in the meantime, hello Portugal. Quite fascinating. Let's check in on the rest of the world. The fall of Nanjing. Where is old Nanjing? Probably somewhere in here. Or over here. Okay, well, this is quite interesting. Spanish Civil War still not over. Gosh, it is one of the longer running ones that I've seen. And we are 8 days. We'll go ahead and pick radio up. And then from there, oh, it's 1938. Gosh, we're going to get radio detection. And we will make a cut because we are running up on time as soon as we get that. So 6 days. As always, guys, I'll go ahead and do my spill a little early. Thank you for tuning in as we wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Would love for you to leave a like as it helps the channel grow. And if you want to continue to see additional content, subscribe to the channel as it comes out twice a day. There's a lot of hopefully exciting games that are going to be not streamed, but recorded and released on the channel coming up, as we do have some great games that are coming up in the next 6 months. But I do thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate those of y'all that do view. So y'all have a wonderful one, and we will catch you in the next episode, where we will continue down the road of making South Africa the lords of all of Africa. I will see you next time. Be good, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.